Tiani.
Hello, Free.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a week it's been, hey? What a week it's been. How was your week?
How was my week? How was my week? Literally, days go by so fast.
Yeah, hey.
I don't even remember what I do within a week. But my week was okay.
Yeah.
It was chilled. It was very cold.
It was very cold.
It was super cold. Very cold this week.
Super cold.
But yeah, how was your week?
My week was great. It was not. Nothing much happened. I went home. I went down to Limps.
Yeah.
I was home. I spent about a couple of days, 5 days there. So yeah, I had a great week. It was great being home.
That's nice.
That side is less cold though. It's not like here, you know.
Yeah.
That side it's bearable. This side, the degrees are just crazy. But then anyway, it was Youth Day yesterday. What did you get up to?
Nothing. Nothing, honestly.
Why?
What is there to do?
Celebrate.
Nah.
Most people were
going out. Oh yeah, people are drinking.
And others wear uniform on the day. Didn't you wear a uniform?
Why? What for? No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Yeah. What for?
I don't know, but then isn't that how the day is celebrated?
I guess.
Do you want to know about Youth Day?
I know that on Youth Day, that's when the youth were able to convince the white people to allow them to learn what the white people were learning. They were fighting for fair education, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
But then it was the convincing part. It was very crazy. Like they literally fought for that.
What happened? Like I think it was. I know Hector Peterson died.
Yeah, I think
on that day.
It was in 1976, or if not 75, on the 16th of June. It was a normal day of school, and then students started. But then I don't think it was a normal day of school because it's been bothering them that they were learning English and Afrikaans, not their mother tongue. So they just went up and started a strike to voice out that they want to learn in their mother tongue, I think. So yeah, it was a strike. The police were called. They fired rubber bullets on them until they started firing real bullets.
Yeah.
A lot of them were killed. It was just a mess. So yeah.
And it happened in Soweto, right?
Yeah, it happened in Soweto. So they were killed in their school uniform. So like basically the government fired shots at school children. So hence they wear uniform on the day to commemorate the people who passed away and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what happened.
Did you wear uniform?
I didn't.
Why not?
I basically don't see the day to be celebrated anymore, or if that's the case, because it becomes a tradition that we cry for things in that manner. The way those learners fought for fair education, like you said.
That's how we still fighting.
Yeah, that's how we're still fighting for everything. So we don't really grow out of that. We will make it a culture to strike, vandalize things, die for things, and it's crazy, you know. And when I look at the youth of today, they are they are very ignorant. They don't care about what's going on. All they want is for the government to help them on everything. Government to give them jobs. Government to give them money.
Government doesn't care.
So the day really just reminds the youth that, according to me, it just reminds the youth that to get things you have to strike, and possibly others are gonna die for that. And I just personally think it's very much useless. It's not worth it. We shouldn't be. If they want to celebrate Youth Day, give the youth a platform where they create their own jobs. Because really, depending on getting employed at this day and age, it's an old habit. just like the lot of things that are happening in the country. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I basically don't see the day useful anymore. Yeah, it was just a normal day to me. Yeah.
Same here.
So again, it's crazy, hey? It's
That
really
is crazy. But yeah, the youth is really going through it, hey?
Yeah, the youth is going through a lot.
Even the unemployment rate, the youth unemployment rate, it just keeps on increasing.
It just keeps on increasing.
And already there's like people who are still in school, who are still going to be looking for jobs.
You know.
And the people who are already out of school, they don't have jobs.
They don't have jobs themselves. And you know what's crazy? Like, the fucked up part is there are those who are like their kids in creches and stuff, in preschool,
that are
still coming to be unemployed.
Shit.
So it's really crazy. And what it causes, it just causes the youth to depend on the social grant they get and the money they get for, I don't even know what they call it, when they're pregnant, when the youth is pregnant. I don't know they give them, which I think it's dumb. They shouldn't be getting money. That cash is encouraging them to bear more children.
But then, what are the kids gonna eat?
They shouldn't make kids at all. They shouldn't be making kids at all. Like, it's one thing. It's one thing when an adult who's old, like, who knows that they have to be responsible to taking care of their kids, have a kid. That's understandable.
Yeah.
But a kid. When as I was home, there's a kid who's, I don't think she's even 15. She has a fucking baby already. So, and she even dropped out of school. So do you see the kind of attitude that builds, and then she gets money from the fucking government?
I also blame it on poverty. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, that's
I also blame it on poverty.
It is also a factor.
Yeah, but because a lot of these kids, they don't have educational backgrounds on these things. They don't know what they're doing. Hence, teenage pregnancy is also rising.
And you know what's crazy? Remember on our last episode, we were talking about how crazy people and how people differ, like, with their craziness and stuff.
Yeah.
So, the girl that I'm telling you about, her mom is not like crazy, but she's not normal. She's like, there's something wrong with her. Okay. She also has a lot of kids. She even has another kid now with her kid. So she has about 6 or 5 kids at the moment. She's not okay. Like, her mental state is not normal. So she doesn't care when her kid does all this kind of thing, irregardless of poverty or not. In this situation, the mom is not well in the head, and the kids are acting out, and she can't really notice that because she's not well. So who do we blame it on in this situation?
I feel like we still blame it on probably like being educated about such stuff, safe sex and stuff like that. Poverty still plays a role because poverty can prevent you from knowing a lot of stuff. Literally, when you come from the rural areas, most of the time kids that come from the rural areas whereby they don't even have access to like internet connections and stuff like that, they don't know shit.
Yeah.
So irregardless of like your parents, if you have like normal parents or not normal parents, if you don't know what you're doing, if you can't practice safe sex, you're gonna get pregnant.
But this kid has been going to school. She was supposed to be in grade 8 this year, but she got pregnant and dropped out.
But does she know about safe sex? Does she know what happened?
What has she been doing in school? Do you think at school that... But it's there. Okay. In primary school, there's life skills. It teaches you about your body. Yeah. It teaches you about condoms and stuff, contraception and shit like that. It tells you that there's sex. Like, you know. So, you know, what has she been doing in school if she doesn't know about that? She was going to grade 8.
I don't know.
So, I sometimes think these kids just want to. Yeah, they just, and it's not about them. Look at the times. Kids are now having kids. and not necessarily the young ones, but then people who are now giving birth are mostly 20.
I honestly feel like it has always been like that. Yeah.
Even in the old days.
Even in the old days, because our parents used to marry young.
Oh yeah.
Very young.
But then, so can we make it a norm?
What?
Like seeing kids getting pregnant right now.
I feel like we can never get used to
There's so much to do right now. There's school. There's getting rich. Don't people want to get rich?
People should focus on getting rich.
But then I think what deprives a lot of people from seeing the bigger picture about themselves is how much they invest their energy on other people. They look at other people. But then, when we're talking about poverty playing a role in influencing teenage pregnancy or stuff like that, there's no way to come around preventing people from being poor. Like some things are just generational. Some families are just cursed and stuff like that. But then, let's say there's a teenager who's pregnant, right? And she can't really maintain the pregnancy or stuff like that. Is it acceptable for her to get an abortion?
Well, it is, because now abortions are legal even. So, it's legal to have an abortion. So, yes, you can have an abortion if you want to have an abortion.
Yeah, you can. But then, should people have abortions?
What do you mean?
Like,
I feel like a person knows what they can handle.
Yeah.
You cannot bring a child in the world if you know that you're not going to be able to take care of the kid. Because that's you adding more problems to the economy in the world. In a way, you're going to abandon your kids. In a way, you're going to what? You're going to do what? You're going to make your kids starve. So, yeah. If you feel like you can't handle it, you can go get an abortion.
You can go get an abortion.
And it's legal to get an abortion.
Well, like you said, the youth are just going through it. And I think mostly girls, our sisters are saying shit, hey? Our sisters are saying... And because there's a line or rather a generation of men who don't respect women in every way, in every definition that the respect is. They're just men who don't give a fuck. So people don't mind fucking kids and actually
people are not normal. People are not normal. People are not normal, Diane. Like, people are not normal. And I feel bad for people who have went through that, like going through abortions and stuff, because I feel like that's a lot emotionally. Imagine if you have to go through that. Because like usually you're ending a human being's life, and that's your blood. That's part of you, and you have to end that. Yeah, in fact, I wouldn't be able to survive that. So yeah, that's a lot. Crazy. That's a lot. Really, I feel like also the women should also think about that when you're having sex. Like, if you get pregnant now, are you ready for a kid? And if you're not ready for a kid, would you be able to survive with having an abortion? If no, go and get contraceptives. But then make sure that you get contraceptives.
Some don't care because there's money. You get pregnant.
Do you think there are people who just get pregnant because they want that
back at home?
350.
Back at home.
How much is it?
I think it's 6 something right now. It's a lot. It's a lot. Back at home. Sure. Back at home. The girls.
Is it worth it? Do you know how expensive a baby is?
In the same family where I was telling you about, there's another kid who's not 20. She has 2 now. 2 kids.
Wow.
So like she wants it. That's what she wants.
Is it worth it? A baby is expensive, and I feel like that amount is not even enough to maintain a baby for a month.
Do you see what that does? It births a generation of poverty.
That's why the poverty rate is also so high.
It's also shooting from the sky.
Because literally, do you know how much is a tin of milk?
I don't know.
A tin of milk is close to 400 bucks. Imagine from 600 bucks.
There's also
you have 200 bucks change. What are you gonna do?
There's also Pampers. There's also things like wipes. The baby needs toys.
The baby needs clothes because they're growing every hour.
Imagine in this cold. Imagine in this cold. So it's fucked up.
It's fucked up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Please don't have a baby because you want 600. Please don't.
But then if you have two, with like the result of,
but that's too mouths to feed.
Listen, the pleasure is there. Making a baby means you have to have sex, and that's great. There's pleasure there. So the pleasure can give you 1.2 every month, and it's up to you how you feed that 1.2. Whether you starve them or not, you're getting that cash.
Shit.
So why not do it? If it's 3, is it 1.8? And a lot the more the merrier.
And a lot of people, I think a lot of people who have kids for money, those are the mothers that abandon their kids. They just take that money and then they're gone.
But then, hey, all in all, shout out to the youth who are initiative. Shout out to people who are woke. Shout out to the youth that see the bullshit. And shout out to everybody who takes it upon themselves to grind, to work hard, to make sure that they change their situation. If you don't like something about yourself, change it yourself. There's nobody to help you on that. The government doesn't give a shit about that, and they never will. Even if I ever become the president, I'm gonna chow cash there. I'm going there to chow cash.
Yeah. So, and we've been saying on this platform that the government is selfish.
And the government is selfish. The government is selfish. So
the government doesn't care.
We need to be like our sisters need to be more educated on stuff like abortions
and things,
contraceptions and stuff. Like they should be woke too. You know?
I think
so. Yeah, at the end of the day, as much as you may do whatever you want to do, if you're having a baby, it affects that baby too.
Literally, you have to think about that. That's another life.
The baby too.
Yeah. So, everything about yourself now is going to include your baby.
It's going to include your baby.
And you have to think about that before you even have it.
Talking about what the youth goes through, now that it's towards winter, there was this old habit of initiation schools. I don't know if that's still going on since it was abolished during COVID and stuff. But then the guys' side go through that. People are pressured to go there to prove that they are a man, to prove your manhood and stuff. And there's that attitude that when you didn't go to the initiation school, you're not man enough and stuff like that. So
that's what they do there.
They circumcise.
But yeah, besides that, okay, we know they're going there to do it. But why are you in the bush?
They teach you bullshit. They teach you shit. Literally, they teach you.
Because I hear crazy stories.
They give you mentalities that you are a man. You go through hardship to prove that you are a man. You eat like dead, literally. It's food, but then it's not healthy.
Is it part of our culture? Has it been?
It's been practiced for a very long time. Like for our forefathers are like. Even people like sangomas, male sangomas, you wouldn't be a sangoma if you didn't go to the initiation school.
So that's how important.
Yeah, that's how important it is. And it's even on the Bible, the novel. But then what's there? It's only that a man should circumcise, not that they should go to initiation school. So what happens in the initiation schools? It's like really fucked up shit, unhealthy stuff. Like you succumb to shit.
Yeah, I didn't hear stories that people even die.
Most people die. People, if ever you attempt,
because you want to.
And there's also a lot of evil there, witchcraft shit. If you ever escape that place, you go mad. Like, oh fuck, the things they do. You jump fires. You like.
I even heard that like. When they dish up on your hands.
Yeah, you eat from your hands.
Hot pap from your hands.
Exactly. There's your pap and your meat there. Like, oh fuck, it's crazy. It's really crazy. So
I come back traumatized.
Most people do. Like the day they come back, most of them just want to have a lot of booze and a lot of sex and a lot of weed.
And from those are the things that I used for
like they make you forget everything. And from there, there are these disrespectful motherfuckers. They are now think they are men. They want to act like men. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
She said probably that's where rapists come from, hey?
Exactly. Thieves, criminals, people hot-headed, stubborn people, people who fuck kids. That's where they're all coming from. Pedophiles.
Those ones disgust me.
Everything. Robbers. All of that. I think it's born there.
Shit.
The mentality comes there. As much as, even if I have it, having inherited it from my dad, my dad learned it there.
Fact.
So either way,
it's within
and
you.
even if it's not my dad, he got it from his grandfather. His grandfather learned it there. So either way, you can't escape it.
Generational curses are
fucked up. So the youth, shut up. I respect the youth. They go through the most.
They go through the most. And you should go there when you still. How old should you be?
It doesn't matter. If an old person right now can go there and he didn't initiate, he's part of the state. He's going to be initiated.
I also heard a story that like when you go close to the place and they capture you, even if you didn't want to go there, you automatically.
That's what they do. Back at home, there were buckies roaming around adopting kids, and when they adopt you, you go there. They ask you your name, where's your family, and then they go to your family and be like, your kid mistakenly fell into the initiation school, so you gotta pay up.
Shit, it's because they want money. Fact.
Yeah, so the
fact of part is everything these days is also
it's just about money.
Business.
Same,
traumatizing kids because you want money.
Same goes for church. People who are singing Christ these days are singing Christ for money.
Literally, church is the most legal
way to
scam.
make money.
Yeah, there is. That's
so that's how fucked up it is. That's how fucked up it is. But then people should be woke. People should wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. Like it's not rocket science. People should just see things as they are. You know.
Think for yourself. Think for your fucking self.
Yeah, but then enough about what the youth goes through. Okay, but then maybe this might include the youth too. But then, have you ever seen how people are attached to their animals?
Yeah, remember that other day watching that video.
You love it. You're supposed to be apologizing. What was that about? What about?
This woman and her husband took their neighbor to court because their dog fucked their dog.
Wasn't it a cat?
A cat.
Yeah, it was a cat.
Oh, a dog.
The dog fucked a cat. Yeah.
And
so
apparently
the cat is now traumatized
on medication. So they took the neighbor to court to sue her for the cat's emotional distress.
Yeah. And they're like, they should apologize. The other lady is like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, and you burst into laughter. And like, why are you laughing?
And the husband is like, why are you laughing?
You're supposed to be apologizing.
But then it's not funny.
It's not. It's not funny. But the attachment to pets are real. Hey, people are really attached to their animals.
Cute, hey.
Remember the dogs we saw today?
Oh yeah. That dog was so cute. It was so. I feel like that's a different breed. I don't think. I feel like they were shipped in.
And those pit bulls. I think they're pit bulls.
I don't know, but they look crazy.
They're different, and their colors.
Yeah.
Their colors are
really pets are cute. Do you feel like white people are more attached to pets than black people?
Yeah. There was this other guy. He was also in court. I forgot his name. I think it was in America for mistreating his pet. So black people, pets sleep outside.
Yeah.
But then with white people, okay, maybe it's different. Maybe they are pets and there's like an animal. Is there a difference?
I think there is. A pet. Most people treat pets like they're babies.
Yeah. So maybe that's why. But then with blacks, a pet is an animal. It sleeps outside.
Even with cats, we were told that like the cats are evil.
No, cats are evil. They sleep outside.
Yeah, you can't find a black person with a cat because
you'll be very suspicious, especially if it's a black cat.
Especially if it's a black cat.
You'll be very suspicious.
Yeah.
But then I don't think I can ever be attached to a pet. But then I once had a dog. Oh, I love my dog.
You are attached. So if you get a dog, you might tell yourself that you're not gonna be attached, but you're gonna be attached.
I once had a dog. Was it a he? It was a she. Her name was Bobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a she. Oh, I loved my dog.
What happened to her?
Bobby used to sleep inside the house.
Oh yeah.
And
Bobby
was a pet. But then here's the fucked up part. My mom didn't like that, and I never told Bobby to come sleep inside. Bobby would just use one of the windows to climb inside. I knew.
Bobby is smart. Bobby is smart.
So my mom didn't like that, so she tried to sell Bobby. So I remember the day she tried to sell Bobby, I tried to get Bobby away. Like I hit it to chase it away.
Did you know?
I knew.
She was being sold?
I knew she was selling. My mom was selling Bobby. I was very, very not okay. But then Bobby was sold to this brutal guy. He chained her with a wire, and that wire was eating her skin up, like her neck. It was slowly cutting her. So I was very, very. I had not slept well for a couple of days. So I went to that guy's place to check out on my dog, and I found out that Bobby is sick. Bobby has a scar that literally has blood on her neck. I took Bobby by force. My dad was still around, and we took Bobby to the clinic, and they gave us this ink medicine. Like it's ink. You apply it to the wound, and then it dries out, and it heals the wound. I took care of Bobby, but then from there, Bobby was never okay. After a while, Bobby died. I was attached to Bobby. I loved Bobby, but I don't think I can ever be. I don't think I can ever have another dog. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, pets are treated like human beings.
Yeah, literally.
They even have their own doctors.
Yeah, but then there are others who like are life support kind of thing. Like,
oh yeah, emotional
those who guide.
part.
Yeah, those who guide.
Pets.
Yeah. Things like those who guide blind people, old people, and stuff like that.
These days, you don't even have to be disabled. Okay, you don't even have to be disabled to have an emotional dog. Sometimes you can have probably like depression and anxiety, and then you can have a service dog because of that. Because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. And service dogs, you know, they have privileges.
Oh, they have
privileges. Because they can enter spaces whereby other pets can't enter because it's
it has a role basically. Okay, so I see. You know, there's when I was home, a lot of fucked up shit happened. Home was lit. So when I was home, there was this topic that popped out. Apparently there was this guy who was on a show, who was on this WokeS1Ep09 show. So this guy was on the show because he suspected his girlfriend of cheating, and he wanted to find out what's what. So the video is crazy. So what we're talking about is how the guy was a player. He was known to be a player. So it was very surprising that he could do that. Oh yeah. Him out of all people. Go to really who went to the internet. That show is crazy, but yeah. So we tried to question its merit and all of that. And I asked him because we closed. I asked him and he told me, nah, that was fake. They pay you that. They pay you to do that. You get cash according to how many views your episode gets and stuff like that. But then the fucked up part is there's another person I know who's also on that WokeS1Ep09 show. But then with her, it seems more real.
It seems more real.
It seems more real.
Did you ask her?
I didn't. She's probably gonna block me if I do that. So
probably she was also acting because I know that like a lot of reality shows are fake.
So a reality show can be fake.
Yeah, a reality show can be scripted.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then obviously they're not live. So obviously there is
there's
shit like that.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, fight. Raise your hand.
In a way, reality shows, you also in a way acting.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but then I know for a fact that with Dollar, it's fake because ain't no way that guy. Okay, even if he fell from his being a player, but then nah. I just don't think it's real.
Yeah.
I don't think it was real.
Yeah, reality shows, they are reality shows that are super fake.
And he was also posted pictures with the guy with the guy who was supposedly taking his girl. So they are apparently friends.
You see?
It's crazy.
I know of like big reality shows, like American like reality shows, whereby these people, they come out like years later. I'm like, oh no, that wasn't real. That was just part of the script.
Oh, that's...
So in a way, yeah, that's when I got hurt. I was like, shit, all these things I'm watching, all these years, I'm thinking I'm watching the Eat Shit, but then it's fake.
Oh wow, that's really crazy.
That's really crazy.
That's really crazy. But then, hey,
you can't trust anyone. You can't even trust reality shows. Okay?
You can't even trust reality shows.
anything. That is. You can't trust it. Hey.
But then, hey, what can we say? I guess that's all I had for the episode. Honestly,
this was a good episode.
Right. To our fans, our viewers, and our the people who subscribe, I think we've now built some sort of a relationship. Hey, so keep liking, keep following, and hitting the bell.
Yes, comment on the comment section and the
bell.
Let's have those conversations.
More and more work conversations. Yes. So until the next episode, which is the 10th episode. 10th, is that even a thing?
Yes, it is.
Okay, 10th. Yes. Yeah, we are now going to be on double digits, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep liking and following us on Instagram. We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook page.
Yes.
And we're also on Spotify.
Yes.
So yeah, until then, we are out.
Bye.